What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 6 team builder for the NCL or the Nimbasa City League Season 3. We are taking on my good buddy Dom and the Cleveland Escavaliers. You might notice that we haven't played our Week 5 match yet against Ben and the Tampa Bay Weasels. At least in the record on this team builder. I'm not sure if it'll be up by the time that I post this, but um, Ben and I had to extend indefinitely at the moment because of medical issues on his end. So I'm wishing him all the best, honestly. I really hope that he recovers from whatever this is pretty quickly. I know he's had some stuff with his leg, so I don't know if it's that or if it's a family member. I don't want to go too in depth with prying into what it is. I didn't even get a DM from him. I got a DM from someone else saying that he wouldn't be able to battle me. So I've already built my team for Dom, and I figured I better get the team builder out of the way while I actually still have the brain power to do the team builder. So let's get right into things here then. Dom's team consists of Excadrill, Tangrowth, Jolteon, Umbreon, Blaziken, Regice, Mega Altaria, Toxapex, Gliscod, Azelf, and Komala. Excuse me, he hasn't brought Komala to a single game. Priority options in Jolteon with Quick Attack, Umbreon with Quick Attack, Blaziken with Vacuum Wave, Gliscod with First Impression, Sucker Punch, Aqua Jet, and Komala with Sucker Punch. I'm Hazard setting in Excadrill with Rocks, Toxapex with Toxic Spikes, Gliscod with Spikes, and Azelf with Rocks. Removal options in Excadrill with Rapid Spin, Blaziken with Defog, Altaria with Defog, and Komala with Rapid Spin. Yeah, so at the time of recording this, Azelf is the kill leader in the league with 8 kills. It's like 8 and 4, I think, in 5 games. I'm pretty sure he's brought it to all 5. Azelf is his baby, and he's destroyed me with Azelf before, so I'm definitely expecting it to come. Mega Altaria, I think, will have to come. Toxapex, I think, probably won't come. Just because of Mega Latias, I think, and I think Umbreon would come because of Mega Latias. Gliscod is definitely a big maybe for Mega Latias, and if he looks carefully, he'll notice that I have no answers to Gliscod on my team, which really sucks, but there you go. Excadrill, I don't know if Excadrill will come. I'm sort of iffy on Excadrill. I don't think Komala, Regice, or Tangrowth are coming. Tangrowth, the reason I'm going to say that is because Entei plows through his team, and I think Toxapex would have to come to handle Entei. Otherwise, Entei kind of just wins if I'm looking at it properly, which sucks to suck for him, but it's really good for me. I'm sketched out about Tangrowth still on his end just because Torn seems like such an easy bring for me here, as well as Tentacruel doesn't look bad either, and Tentacruel kind of 1v1s Tangrowth too. And Mega Latias kind of 1v1s Tangrowth pretty easily as well. I can just kind of calm mind on it. And Tangrowth can't really do anything back, especially if I'm a sub-calm mindset, which is one of the reasons I think he might have to bring Toxapex is to haze Mega Latias, because if he doesn't bring Umbreon, then Mega Latias just wins. And I'm not actually bringing Mega Latias. I decided last minute not to bring Mega Latias, and I'm bringing Scarf Rotom-Frost, which we'll get to in a sec instead. Although I'm kind of regretting that potentially. Yeah, so that's sort of my thoughts on this team. Jolteon's probably coming to be able to deal with Torn. Otherwise, he doesn't really have a good Torn answer either. Blaziken looks okay, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. So I don't know. We'll see what goes on. So Bulk Up Conkeldurr sets up on a lot of stuff, aka Regice and Umbreon, and blows through them. Same with Komala, which is one of the reasons why I don't think Komala is going to come. I can also set up on Excadrill. I can set up a Bulk Up on Excadrill and then Drain Punch, or just Drain Punch the Excadrill, really. I don't even need a Bulk Up on that. Bulk Up on Tangrowth is pretty free too. And I don't have Mach Punch here, so Jolteon's going to be a little bit of a problem. But I really felt like I needed the coverage to be able to kill Toxapex 1v1, and this was my best way to do that, was with Thunder Punch over Mach Punch. I may regret not having Mach Punch, I really might, but Jolteon seemed like the only thing that it would be useful against, unless he's like Special Blaziken. So that's Conk. With Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Poison Jab. Again, Poison Jab's there for the Altaria, Thunder Punch for the Toxapex, and the Gliscod, which will also resist Drain Punch. Max HP, little bit of attack. I wanted to run a little bit of speed on here so that I'm outrunning Gliscod. So even if he's like speed creeping me with Gliscod, I put a lot of speed in, so he shouldn't be able to just like throw speed into speed creep, min speed, Conkeldurr. He's gonna have to put in way more than that because I'm running 44 EVs. So again, I just threw in random EVs, but I should outspeed any variant of Toxapex as well with this, and I'm not concerned about really anything else necessarily. And so I just put a little bit of defense investment in to deal with the Excadrill a little bit better, and so that's sort of the reasoning behind this. Is Poison Jab better than Ice Punch? Yeah, it is. Wait, is it? Yeah, because I'm Guts, yeah. Torn's next. Torn T bringing a leftover set with Heat Wave, Hurricane, Taunt, and U-Turn. I'm running a lot of speed on this. Heat Wave is there for Excadrill and Tangrowth, but not really Tangrowth because I'd rather hit it with a Hurricane. Regice potentially as well, although it's not going to do a lot, so it's really only there for the Excadrill. Taunt, I 1v1 the Umbreon every time with Taunt. He can't beat me, and actually... Oh, no, I need the IVs. So I thought about this, and I was like, I should be running 0 IVs for Foul Play, but I need the IVs to get a little bit more damage out of U-Turn. Hurricane hits his team really hard. He actually has 1 Flying Resist, and it's Excadrill. So I get a fat Heat Wave off on that, and Hurricane blows through the rest of his team. Or actually, Jolteon as well. But Jolteon doesn't really want to switch in on Hurricane unless it's a Wish set, so... especially if it's Life Orb, then it really doesn't want to switch in on Hurricane, because it'll take a lot of damage, and then it won't be able to do... a lot later. I'm running enough investment to two-shot Mega Altaria with Hurricane. That's the idea here. So standard no bulk Dragon Dance variants, which I think he would probably have to be little to no bulk to outrun Diggersby. I'm two-shotting with Hurricane. That's the idea at least. And then I can always taunt on Umbreon. I taunt Azelf. This is my dedicated lead. Unless he wants to lead with Jolteon, then if he leads with Jolteon, I'm probably in a pretty bad spot. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have a lot of ways to deal with Jolteon. I would probably have to double straight into Rotom-Frost, I would imagine, which lets him get in Toxapex or something on a Blizzard, or Gliscod, which would really suck. So that sort of scenario I'm a little bit sketched out about, but I'm outspeeding. What am I outspeeding? I'm outspeeding Azelf with this, so I can... lead versus Azelf, and I'd be sketched out about that too, but I'm not really bringing removal, and I need removal, like I need to taunt Rocks away is the thing against Azelf and Excadrill. If he wants to lead Excadrill to go Rocks, I can't deal with that, so I need to taunt, and it's really going to harm my Entei and my Rotom if he ends up letting that happen, so that would really suck. Yeah. Oh, so that's what the special attack investment is there for, and then I just plop the rest in HP so I can eat hits on both sides. Bronzong is coming, Occaberry Bronzong, so I should be able to handle the Blaziken and the Excadrill to an extent. Earthquake is doing a lot to both of them. This is my dedicated rocker. Rocks are not that important, except against the Gliscod and the Regice. Again, Regice I don't think is going to come necessarily. He might bring it as like a Mega Latias answer, but I'm bringing a team of physical attackers, so Regice isn't going to do crap against this team, luckily, because I'm not bringing Mega Latias. Fully specially defensive Bronzong. So... It's tough, right? But I need to eat a hit. This is also, the Occaberry is also here in case I need to eat like a Fire Blast from mixed Altaria. And I outright wall things like Excadrill unless it's running Shadow Claw anyways, if I was, because I'm Levitate, so I can deal with that as it comes. Toxic is there. It's really important to Toxic things like Umbreon. With Synchronize, Toxicking a lot of his mons are like super important for me. I'm not running any speed. I'm supposed to be running enough speed for Toxapex, so let me just adjust this. So that should be enough speed for Toxapex, just because Toxapex is only 2 speed points higher, so it should only be 8, but 20 just in case he's got some of his own investment. So there we go. I'll change the Bronzong set, whatever. Live editing. Oh, excuse me. Heavy Slam's there for really good damage against the Altaria. It's not going to do crap against the Regice, but neither is Gyro Ball. Earthquake is there for Jolteon, Excadrill, Blaziken. Heavy Slam just hits everything else, and then I'd rather Toxic stall a lot of stuff down. Rotom-Frost, Scarf Set. This Revenge kills a Dragon Dance Mega Altaria. If he gets 1 boost up, then I can outrun it. I've got Trick there to cripple something like a Toxapex or a Tangrowth. Crippling the Tangrowth would be great. Crippling the Umbreon would be great. Komala would be great. Regice would be great. there's probably never a scenario where I would ever want to trick a Scarf onto Drill, Blaziken, Azelf, or Jolteon, but the rest of his team would be great. Volt Switch for the momentum, Thunderbolt for good damage, Blizzard for revenge killing. Enough speed on here for Mega Altaria, max special attack, load up of HP, very basic set. Diggersby, I'm running SD, Quick Attack, Earthquake, Return. Man, this thing just plows through his team. So I'll start with the speed investment. I can actually run Adamant because of how slow his team is, so I'm outrunning all of his base 65's max speed, with aka Umbreon Kamala. So max speed Umbreon, max speed Kamala, I'm outrunning with this. I'll outrun certain variants of Blaziken, but I can't really outrun Blaziken anyways. He's got 2 base 80s in Blaziken and Mega Altaria that I can't outrun naturally, but they're going to have to run a lot of speed investment to outrun me, so they're not going to have a lot of HP investment, and a +2 quick attack blows through them. The big calc here is +2 Z return, OHKO's Tangrowth, it OHKO's Umbreon. It just OHKO's a lot of his team. It OHKO's Toxapex too. I'm pretty sure he's got no switch in outside of, like, his normal resist is Excadrill, and he doesn't have a Ghost anymore because he dropped Aegislash. So +2 Z return kind of like blows through his team. that's all I'm gonna say. Earthquake does the work that I need it to against Jolteon mainly. I can eat an HP Ice. Even from Specs I eat 1, and I can Earthquake it and kill it. Or I can SD and Quick Attack, depending on how much chip it's taken. Because Jolteon has to run enough speed to outrun Torn, so he's not going to get a lot of bulk off there. He's just going to have to run enough for Torn. So yeah, that's the Diggersby set. I'm kind of like mixing and mingling my words here, but Diggersby has a really good matchup breaker-wise. Same with Conk, right? Both of them kind of just like break through his team really easily, and he's got a lot of really good setup fodder. At +2, I still live a Foul Play from Umbreon, by the way, because I'm pretty sure Foul Play takes into account the base attack and not huge power somehow. I don't understand how Diggersby can live a +2 Foul Play from Umbreon. It kind of blows my mind, but it does. Like, when I'm at +2, Umbreon can't one-shot me. And then the last one on the list is Entei. I'm running a Weakness Policy Flame Charge set. This set demolishes his team, let me tell you. He doesn't have ways to beat this unless he's got Scarfers. So I'm hoping to like scout out, see what his Scarfers are. I'll outspeed some of them. I'm running Flame Charge, Sacred Fire, Iron Head, Stomping Tantrum with Weakness Policy, so as long as I can live a hit, like I just eat a Scald from Toxapex, for example. If Toxapex is his switch into this, I get a Flame Charge off, I eat the Scald from Toxapex, or I get the Flame Charge off, I probably Stomping Tantrum on his Scald, actually, you know, I probably would just click Sacred Fire and bait him the Toxapex, and then, no, I might click Flame Charge, because once I get the Weakness Policy boost off, Entei demolishes him. Like, he doesn't have an answer to this at all. +2 Sacred Fire blows through the Umbreon, +2 Iron Head obviously one-shots Altaria, +2 Flame Charge should be able to one-shot something like an Azelf, because it's pretty frail. +2 Stomping Tantrum OHKO's Blaziken, and it has a good chance to OHKO the Toxapex, I think. Flame Charge should be able to deal with the Gliscod. Flame Charge deals with the Jolteon. Sacred Fire deals with the Tangrowth. Sacred Fire deals with the Regice. Flame Charge / Sacred Fire probably deals with the Excadrill. So there's lots of good options here for Entei. It's a really good sweeper against his team. I'm running enough speed on here for Excadrill. So I wanted to run Adamant with... Oh, what was the move that we were running? Howl. I was running Flame Charge, Howl, Weakness Policy, so I could get up to +3. I don't actually need +3, so it's not a big deal, but Howl is an event move, so I need to be Adamant for it. And instead I'm running Jolly, so I can outrun the Excadrill guaranteed, because I think that that's important, is, like, outrunning Scarf Excadrill after a Flame Charge boost is very important to my game plan here. And if I miss a Sacred Fire, I'm probably done skis, but there you go. Max attack, Jolly, and then a lot of HP. So again, the goal is to eat a Scald from the Toxapex. That's the goal. I can eat an Earthquake from the Tangrowth, things of that nature as well. I don't want to put myself in range of Gliscod Aqua Jet. That'd be really crappy. And if he's banded, then I'm always in range realistically anyways. So I'm always in range after rocks if he's banded, I'm pretty sure. So I gotta be really careful working around the Gliscod, and honestly, I'm really hoping I don't see Gliscod and Jolteon. I would be really happy if I didn't see either of those, because I think I just outright win if I don't see them, because both of them cause me the most problems in prep. And Gliscod was one of the reasons why Mega Latias isn't coming to this game, because it just revenged Mega Latias so easily. So now that I'm done going over the team, let's talk about what I didn't bring. Whimsicott was a decent check to the Altaria, pretty decent check to the Altaria. It was an okay check against the Toxapex. I think he has to bring poison coverage on Tangrowth for Whimsicott, because Tangrowth is his best way to 1v1 the Whimsicott, and Blaziken was kind of an issue as well, although I could do sub shenanigans on that. So yeah, Whimsicott didn't look that horrible. He's just got good ways to break it, and Regice was an issue to that extent as well. Tentacruel looked really solid. If Tentacruel had a little bit more special attack, man, then Tentacruel, like I would have brought like Specs Tentacruel pretty easily against this team. Mega Latias, again, Mega Latias was like right there with Rotom-Frost. I was considering bringing it anyways, just because of the matchup that it had. To me, it broke so well, but I needed a Scarfer, and so Rotom-Frost had to fill that role. I can outspeed things like Scarf Blaziken, obviously not the Scarf Excadrill, and I didn't really want to bring Scarf Entei, because this weakness policy set did so much work. Regular Diancie was initially on my plan, but I ended up scrapping that just because Excadrill was a huge threat to it, and it was kind of free setup fodder for the Altaria to an extent. Specs Diancie put in decent work though, breaking things like Umbreon. Pangoro I never really considered because Bulk Up Conkeldurr just did more. But Parting Shot support might have been okay for Entei actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and it would have been an alright answer to the Azelf, although Azelf does get Dazzling Gleam. So that is the team for Dom and the Cleveland Escavaliers. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys for the match.